right, Marshall. So, how did you come up with the term bebop?
So it was a collaboration between me and a friend of mine, Evan Rundle, and we were in Miami, and I want to say it was like 2009, and we had just played a show. It was probably 4 o'clock in the morning. We're hanging out on a pool patio area, and we were trying to call a pizza place to order a stromboli, and we started trying to talk about what was there a way to say, I nailed it, like we killed it tonight. Bebow. And that's what we came up with, and we've been trying to spread the word about the word bebow. So after that, Evan is kind of in the music industry, and he's an actor and does vocal coaching and stuff like that. So we've been telling everyone we know about bebow. So I want to tell you about bebow. Tell your friends, tell them about the bebow. It's the best thing in the world, and it's really what you need to say.
So, Marshall, what is it like being a drummer in Orlando City Music, and how have you seen it change in recent years?
I've been playing drums in Orlando since about 1995, and a lot of things have changed in the scene. The scene has gone from being this huge rock and roll, like a lot of rock bands, a lot of hard rock bands, to basically none of that anymore. There are quite a few rock bands, don't get me wrong, but the amount of venues have declined greatly. There used to be a venue on every corner that did rock. There used to be probably 6 or 7 venues downtown that do rock, and now there's probably only 3 or 4 that are still doing rock and roll, which is rough. For us rock people. We end up playing out of town a lot. We get a good market in Ohio. We have a good market in the Midwest, Iowa, Indiana, Illinois. So, I mean, that's kind of where we're playing a lot of our shows at. It seems like downtown anymore is a lot of club music, which is fine. I'd like going out and dancing to club music, but it's tough for playing rock and roll anymore in Orlando. I will say this though, the quality of the bands has gotten a lot better.
Marshall, please pick up a band phone call on 106. Marshall, pick up 106.
Yeah, the bands have gotten a lot better, and I think that is going to increase the quality of the scene going forward. So we just got to get some more places to play. So go out and see a rock show. Let's do it. It's a lot of fun.
All right, Marshall. So, have you ever met someone with an awkward deformity, or maybe like a fifth toe or an extra nipple? Expand on that.
Well, I heard this guy Joe has an extra nipple, and which is fine. If I'm not against extra nipples, those are fine. I mean, if you have an extra nipple, maybe you like extra nipples. Whatever, that's cool. I'm not prejudiced against extra nipples, although extra ears definitely do kind of tweak me out a little bit. But I guess there's something for everyone out there. Anyway, so this guy Joe, he's got this extra nipple, crazy. It's like really big compared to the other nipples, so it's a really odd shaped thing, which is, I don't know, it freaked me out the first time I saw it, but then I just wanted to touch it. Oh, sorry, I lost it on that one.
So Matt, you've been a musician in Orlando for a long time. How would you say the scene has changed and progressed since you've been involved in music?
Well, you're right. Yes, I have been in a long time. Not quite as much now as I used to be involved in the you know, just the local underground. It's kind of a little bit more higher up, working with, you know, people who's involved in radio and stuff like that. I've seen a steady progression. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, I think it has more to do with the musicians themselves than it does with the actual how the scene is. Because I mean, there's always going to be a, you know, a market for that, or, you know, place for if somebody's hungry enough they want to put on the shows. You know, I do see a lot more venues being willing to, you know, risk doing the local shows where they wouldn't have in the past. You know, down to some bigger venues downtown. But overall, I think it's been a steady progression. I mean, at the end of the day, like I was telling you, it's all about the artist more than the actual scene itself.
All right, so talk about being in the business of music in Orlando for this long, and some of the artists that you've worked with, and maybe some of your inspirations that you've used.
All right, well, as far as local artists, I've worked with so many. I mean, I can't name them all. I used to run a local hip hop night here in town, so anybody that's doing hip hop from, you know, 04, 05 to, you know, the last 5-6 years, I've worked with them. Outside of that, I work with artists from Ludacris, Fonte from Little Brother. We've opened up for Busta Rhymes, AZ, Murs, Jean Grey, Joel Ortiz. But yeah, I mean, I've been doing music ever since I was little. That's all I ever wanted to do. You know, it's difficult sometimes as an artist, but, you know, it's something that you love, it's your passion, you continue to do it no matter what. So here I am, 15 years deep in the game, and that's it.
So talk about some of your current projects right now, and maybe some that you have in the future.
Right now, as far as what I got going on right now, I'm managing local DJ Livewire, who's Slick from Real Radio 104.1. So I got that going on, and then I'm also working on it's a trap remix project for myself. Working on recording, doing some tracks for some other people. So hopefully within the next, you know, 3, 4, 5 months, we'll have some stuff coming out. I released some stuff on SoundCloud, but as far as right now, that's pretty much what I got going on.
So as far as the production aspect of it, what is involved with you guys behind the scenes in trying to get something like that produced and ready to get out there?
Well, I mean, it's fairly simple considering, you know, I went to Full Sail, so I record and mix all of it myself for the most part. So it's really just getting to the studio and getting it done, and having the time to, you know, to write, and, you know, the time to go to a studio and get it recorded, and the time it takes to mix it and get it out there. I mean, it's really not too involved with the internet nowadays. It, you know, it makes almost pointless to have to press up physical copies, which is a good thing for artist standpoint when you don't have a lot of money to invest into the project. So it's really just time. That's it.